What's happening, Spotlight fam? Get ready to dive headfirst into the most electrifying news of the week, because the pace of what's breaking right now is absolutely insane. We're talking about moments that are redefining industries, sparking global conversations, and frankly, just blowing our minds. We're pulling back the curtain on stories that are making waves and shaping the narrative, so buckle up, stay locked in, and prepare to be amazed. From stages that ignite with pure energy to natural wonders that leave us questioning reality, we've got it all. You won't believe the spectacle that unfolded at a major festival, showcasing an artist's meteoric rise and unforgettable performance. Then, we're heading to the UK for a sight that's turning heads and sparking curiosity, a lake that has inexplicably turned a vibrant, shocking pink. And that's not all. We're also diving into the legendary world of music, uncovering a massive offer that could have reunited one of the most iconic bands in history, a deal worth $250 million that ultimately went unfulfilled. These are the stories that matter, the moments that capture our imagination, and the updates you need to stay ahead. So make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on, because you absolutely do not want to miss what's coming next. A festival phenomenon, Chappell Roan's star power ignites reading. This is a story about an artist's incredible ascent and a performance that cemented her status as a global icon. The heat was unbearable, the kind that makes the very air shimmer, turning the dry ground into a canvas for dust that coated everything in a fine beige powder. Yet, amidst this sweltering condition, a sea of 90,000 people at Reading Festival transformed the iconic British grounds into a vibrant spectacle. Pink cowboy hats, shimmering boots, and dazzling vests were everywhere, a testament to the collective anticipation for none other than the Midwestern princess herself, Chappell Roan. This wasn't just any festival appearance. It was the culmination of an astonishing year for Roan, a period marked by her long-overdue breakthrough, chart-topping success, record-breaking attendance figures across the U.S., a Grammy win, and her emergence as a significant queer cultural icon. Roan's journey to superstardom, a trajectory from a niche artist to a global phenomenon, has been anything but straightforward. Signed as a teenager, her initial foray into the music industry with Atlantic Records in 2020 ended with a dropped contract due to a lack of immediate commercial success. However, her album, initially overlooked, slowly but surely captured the hearts, minds, and streaming playlists of people worldwide, becoming a sleeper hit. Viral fan-made videos vividly illustrate this dramatic shift, contrasting her early days playing to intimate crowds of a few hundred with the colossal audiences she commanded at Lollapalooza and Coachella in 2024. What's remarkable is that despite the exponential growth in her audience size, the core of her performance remains unchanged. These videos highlight an artist who has always possessed an unwavering sense of self and a clear vision for her artistry, proving that sometimes the world simply needs a little time to catch up. As the massive crowd converged on the main stage at Richfield Avenue, the setting sun cast a warm glow, signaling that something truly special was about to unfold. The stage itself, a massive, Gothic fairytale castle, only amplified the sense of anticipation. True to her reputation as a captivating showwoman, Roan's set commenced precisely at 7 p.m. with the dramatic swell of orchestral music. An animation played out on the giant screens, a mesmerizing blend of dark fantasy, evoking imagery reminiscent of Disney's The Black Cauldron and Sleeping Beauty, with Roan herself appearing to channel the enigmatic power of Maleficent. Backed by her formidable Gothic stage design and an all-female band, Roan made her entrance with her back to the audience, beginning her first track, Super Graphic Ultra-Modern Girl. The suspense was palpable, and when she finally turned, she was met with the deafening screams of adoration she has come to expect. Dressed in a striking purple and red ensemble, complete with a thematic bat adorning her head, Roan exuded an aura that was both regal and playfully villainous, a true pop star monarch. She immediately demonstrated her prowess as an energetic performer, effortlessly commanding the tens of thousands in attendance and transforming the Reading Festival grounds into an enormous dance party. She launched into a rapid-fire succession of vibrant hits, including Feminine Omnin, After Midnight, and Naked in Manhattan. However, Roan's ability to connect with her audience extended beyond her dazzling aesthetics. She proved equally adept at capturing their attention and emotion when she shifted gears, delivering her poignant ballads. Tracks like Casual and The Subway, which had recently soared to the top of the charts, alongside Picture You, showcased her vulnerability. These songs, exploring themes of love, loss, and longing, resonated deeply, mirroring the universal experiences chronicled in her 2023 album, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, an album that also documented her personal journey of exploring her queerness. The raw emotion and universal themes embedded in her lyrics, coupled with the palpable sincerity of her delivery, had the entire crowd under her spell. The cameras panned across the sea of faces, beaming onto the massive screens, revealing images of swaying teenagers in bucket hats and young women with tear-streaked cheeks, all undoubtedly familiar with the sting of love. This quieter interlude, however, served as a prelude to more energetic numbers. Roan and her band seamlessly transitioned into Hot to Geo, igniting a collective dance among the thousands, their movements synchronized to the infectious, YMCA-like chorus. The lesbian country anthem, The Giver, had attendees of all backgrounds singing along with unbridled joy, enthusiastically cursing past loves. The entire 90-minute set felt less like a festival performance and more like a dedicated Chappell Roan concert. She delivered every track from her 2023 album, the older gem Love Me Anyway, standalone singles like The Subway and The Giver, and even a powerful rock rendition of Heart's Barracuda. Before launching into Kaleidoscope, a nod to her arduous journey, Roan expressed her gratitude. "Thank you for loving me and standing with me. This is a dream come true, seriously." Unsurprisingly, her closing sequence was a relentless barrage of hits. The beloved lesbian anthem Good Luck Babe was followed by the cheekily titled My Kink is Karma, culminating in the life-affirming Pink Pony Club. This final song was a sensational conclusion, with the audience a single, exuberant mass, waving cowboy hats and boots in the air, singing every word with fervent passion. Pink Pony Club, with its message of finding one's place amidst adversity, felt particularly fitting for Roan, a queer artist from the Midwest who defied expectations to become a defining voice of her generation. Audience impact. Fans flooded social media with praise for Roan's electrifying stage presence and heartfelt performance, calling it a career-defining moment. But the energy doesn't stop there. Prepare yourselves for a natural phenomenon that's anything but ordinary. Next up, we're heading to the UK for a truly bizarre sight that has everyone talking. A British mystery, Lake Tern's shockingly pink. This is a story about an unexpected natural anomaly that has baffled locals and experts alike. A keen walker on a coastal path in Kent, England, recently stumbled upon a sight so unusual it left him questioning his own eyes. A small lake, approximately 65 meters in length, had turned a startling, vibrant shade of bright pink. Barry Knight, 61, discovered the phenomenon while traversing the King Charles III England coast path near Queenborough in Sheppey. Images captured by Knight reveal the lake's unnatural hue, with a deeper blue color visible only around its immediate rim. Knight expressed his surprise and concern, noting that while pink lakes are known to exist globally due to natural factors, such a vivid display is highly unusual for the United Kingdom. "I thought, oh my goodness, a pink lake. Are my eyes deceiving me? It must be pretty rare," he recounted. He also observed that the lake appeared unusually low, possibly due to the warm weather, and detected an unnatural, unpleasant, a bit sulfur-like smell, though he conceded this might have been influenced by the striking color. Knight initially suspected the color might be the result of pollution or a chemical spill, especially given the surrounding area, which he described as appearing ex-industrial. He noted the presence of rubbish and even an overturned car near the water's edge. "I was only about 5 meters from it. I was taken aback by it as I haven't seen anything like it before and assumed it was caused by pollution," he stated, adding that he felt a sense of sadness upon witnessing the unusual sight. He had never walked that particular path before and had only been on his trek for about half an hour when he made the discovery. However, the Environment Agency has offered an explanation, identifying the striking color as a natural phenomenon caused by algae or bacteria. A spokesperson clarified that such colors can appear in lakes, particularly during the summer months, when naturally occurring algae or bacteria thrive in higher concentrations. While the visual spectacle is captivating, the agency also issued a cautionary note. High concentrations of algae can be harmful, so people and animals should try to avoid contact with the water or scum. This suggests that while the pink color is a natural occurrence, it could indicate conditions that are not entirely benign for local wildlife or visitors. The specific type of algae or bacteria responsible for the intense pink hue in this particular Kent lake has not been detailed. But such occurrences are often linked to species like Dunaliella salina, which produces carotenoids to protect itself from harsh conditions, resulting in the characteristic pink or reddish coloration. The discovery has sparked considerable interest and discussion online, with many sharing their own experiences with unusual natural occurrences or speculating about the specific environmental factors at play in this case. While the immediate visual impact is one of striking beauty and mystery, the underlying biological processes serve as a reminder of the dynamic and sometimes surprising ways nature operates, even in seemingly ordinary locations. Audience impact. The unusual sight has generated significant buzz on social media, with many expressing disbelief and curiosity about the cause, while others shared similar natural wonders they've encountered. From vibrant waters to legendary reunions, our next story takes us back in time to a monumental offer that could have changed music history. Get ready to hear about a $250 million deal that Pink Floyd almost accepted. Pink Floyd's billion-dollar secret, the tour that never was. This is a story about a massive financial offer that could have reunited one of the most iconic bands in rock history. Roger Waters, the influential bassist and a founding member of the legendary band Pink Floyd, has revealed a staggering detail about the band's history. They were once offered a colossal $250 million to embark on a reunion tour following their memorable performance at Live 8 in 2005. This reunion, which brought together Waters, David Gilmour, Nick Mason, and the late Richard Wright, marked the final time all four members shared a stage together. Wright's passing in 2009 tragically made a reunion of the classic, The Dark Side of the Moon lineup an impossibility. While Gilmour has since performed at some of Waters' solo shows, a full Pink Floyd reunion has remained highly improbable. However, Waters' revelation suggests that the band had a concrete, lucrative opportunity to tour again, an offer they ultimately declined. Speaking in an interview with Word magazine, Waters expressed his fondness for the Live 8 reunion, stating, "Oh, it was terrific. I really loved it. I hope we do it again. It was more than good." He even mused about the possibility of performing The Dark Side of the Moon again for a special occasion, highlighting how impactful the Live 8 performance was. "If some other opportunity arose, I could even imagine us doing The Dark Side of the Moon again, if there was a special occasion. It would be good to hear it again. Live 8 was so great." Despite this sentiment, no such plans materialized, and Pink Floyd has not performed together since their 20-minute set at the 2005 charity event. Waters emphasized that any future reunion would require a compelling reason, ideally with a political or charitable connection, indicating his criteria for taking the stage again. The offer itself reportedly arrived dramatically. Waters recounted how, on the very day Pink Floyd's participation in Live 8 was announced, he was at dinner with a friend when the proposal was presented. "The day they announced the Pink Floyd were to play Live 8, I went out to dinner with a friend and an offer arrived literally bang on the dinner table for the four of us, the Pink Floyd, to tour again. An offer of $250 million. Guaranteed," he shared. The reasons behind the rejection of such a monumental offer remain undisclosed by Waters. However, speculation often points to the band's complex internal dynamics and the lack of a significant charitable or political impetus that Waters himself seems to value for such a reunion. Both Waters and Gilmour have continued successful solo careers since the Live 8 event, suggesting that individual pursuits and differing artistic visions may have played a role in the decision. Adding context to the band's interactions, even during their reunion, is a detail shared by Polly Sampson, David Gilmour's wife and a frequent lyricist for the band. Sampson described an awkward silence that often characterized the interactions between the band members when they were not performing. She noted, David wanted something as a full stop to the whole Pink Floyd thing. So, without a piece of music, I wrote Louder Than Words. It was an easy lyric to write because for years I'd noticed this thing. If you're in a room with David, Nick Mason, and Rick, or as I was in at Live 8 with David, Nick, Rick, and Roger Waters, nobody speaks. There is nothing but awkward silences. They have no small talk with each other, they have no big talk with each other, they just do not speak. If you happen to be the unlucky person in the room, it's the most awkward feeling you can imagine. And then they get on stage with their instruments, and suddenly they're so eloquent, and the way they communicate is beautiful. This observation sheds light on the unique, perhaps challenging, interpersonal dynamics within Pink Floyd, which might have influenced their decisions regarding future collaborations and tour, even when substantial financial incentives were on the table. Audience impact. Music enthusiasts and Pink Floyd fans have reacted with a mix of awe and regret, lamenting the lost opportunity for a massive reunion tour and discussing the band's complex legacy. We've covered incredible performances, baffling natural sights, and monumental music industry what-ifs. But we're not done yet. Get ready for a story that brings us back to the vibrant world of pop music and an artist's undeniable rise. Chappell Roan's ascent, from indie darling to festival queen. This is a story about an artist's rapid rise to fame and her impactful performance at a major music festival. The atmosphere at Reading Festival was electric, despite the oppressive heat that baked the grounds, turning the earth a dusty beige. Amidst this, a sea of 90,000 festival-goers, adorned in a vibrant array of pink cowboy hats, glittering boots, and bedazzled vests, created a visual spectacle. They had gathered for the much-anticipated performance of Chappell Roan, the artist celebrated as the Midwestern Princess. This appearance at the renowned British festival marked a significant milestone in what has been an extraordinary year for Roan. She experienced a major, long-overdue breakthrough last summer, which propelled her to the top of global charts, led to sold-out shows and broken attendance records across the U.S., earned her a Grammy nomination, and solidified her status as a queer cultural icon. Roan's journey from a relatively unknown artist to a global superstar has been a remarkable climb. Initially signed as a teenager, she faced a setback when Atlantic Records dropped her in 2020, deeming her early work not commercially successful enough. However, her debut album later became a sleeper hit, capturing the attention and adoration of a worldwide audience. Fan-made videos have often highlighted this dramatic transformation, juxtaposing footage of her performing in small venues to hundreds of people with the massive crowds she drew at major festivals like Lollapalooza and Coachella in 2024. What stands out is that while her audience has grown exponentially, the essence of her performance has remained consistent. Her success is a testament to an artist who has always possessed a clear vision of her identity and artistry, proving that her time to shine was inevitable. As dusk began to settle, the massive crowd made their way to the main stage, anticipating a special performance. The stage itself was a visual marvel, designed as a grand, Gothic fairytale castle, heightening the sense of drama. Roan, true to her showwoman persona, began her set theatrically around 7 p.m. Foreboding orchestral music filled the air, accompanied by an animation on the giant screens that evoked a dark, fantasy aesthetic reminiscent of classic animated films. Backed by her striking Gothic set and an all-female band, Roan appeared with her back to the audience, launching into her track, Super Graphic Ultra-Modern Girl. The suspense built until she turned, greeted by the thunderous cheers of the crowd. Dressed in an eye-catching purple and red outfit, complete with a bat accessory on her head, Roan commanded the stage like a pop royalty with a touch of villainous flair. She immediately demonstrated her commanding stage presence, effortlessly turning the festival into a massive dance party with a rapid succession of energetic hits like Feminine Omnin, After Midnight, and Naked in Manhattan. Beyond the vibrant visuals, Roan also connected with the audience through her more intimate moments. She slowed the tempo to perform heartfelt ballads such as Casual, The Subway, which had recently topped the charts, and Picture You. These songs delve into universal themes of love, loss, and longing, mirroring the emotional landscape of her 2023 album, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, which chronicles her personal journey of exploring her queerness. The universal themes, coupled with her sincere lyricism and emotional delivery, captivated the audience. On the large screens, images of fans singing along, some with tears in their eyes, underscored the deep connection Roan fosters with her listeners. This intimate segment served as a powerful interlude before the energy surged again with Hot to Geo, inspiring thousands to dance in unison. The lesbian country anthem, The Giver, had the crowd singing and celebrating with uninhibited joy. The entire 90-minute set felt like a complete Chappell Roan experience, showcasing every song from her 2023 album, along with older tracks and singles like The Subway and The Giver, and even a powerful rock cover of Heart's Barracuda. Before her final songs, Roan expressed her gratitude, stating, "Thank you for loving me and standing with me. This is a dream come true, seriously." The set concluded with a string of fan favorites, including Good Luck, Babe, My Kink is Karma, and the anthemic Pink Pony Club. The latter, a song about finding one's place in the world despite challenges, served as a fitting finale, reflecting Roan's own journey as a queer artist who defied expectations to become a significant voice in contemporary music. Audience impact. Fans celebrated Roan's triumphant performance, highlighting her authenticity and powerful connection with the audience, solidifying her status as a major artist. From the vibrant stages of Reading Festival to the mysteries of nature and the echoes of rock history, we've covered a lot of ground. But our journey through this week's most compelling stories isn't over yet. And that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour of the week's biggest stories. We saw Chappell Roan absolutely slay Reading Festival, proving her meteoric rise is no fluke. Then, a baffling Pink Lake in Kent left everyone scratching their heads, a stunning example of nature's unpredictable palette. We also uncovered a massive $250 million offer that Floyd turned down, a reunion that never happened but could have changed music history. Finally, we revisited the incredible performance by Chappell Roan at Reading Festival, a true testament to her artistry and growing global appeal. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more incredible content, ring that notification bell so you never miss an update, drop a comment below telling us your favorite story of the week, and follow us on all our social channels to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.